Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a historical rules event for you. Our first round is going to be the Eastwood Skirmish, followed up by our second round, which is going to be the Hills Counterattack. Before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Our regiments for today, on the CSA side, you have the 11th Mississippi, Jenkins Brigade, Lee's French Legion, New York Volunteers, 13th Georgia, 23rd Ohio, 2 Corps, and the 51st New York, whereas on the Union side you have the Army of Northern Virginia, Texas Guards, Hampton's Legion, the Kentucky Orphans, 20th Georgia, 2nd United States Cavalry, Hood's Division, and the Shenandoah Regulars. With that being said, server pop right now is 230 in balance of 7 towards the CSA side. Artillery-wise, Union has it, and they have 4 on it. CSA doesn't have artillery on this map, so that imbalance of 6 turns into an imbalance of 10 infantry-wise in favor of CSA, which I'm sure they are going to appreciate a lot. So, let's get into our overview here. Frontline reporters today for the CSA side, or I guess this is the Union POV, sorry. You have Corn Pop from the Army of Northern Virginia. I appreciate Killer wanting to help out with this as well. And then also on the CSA side, you have Flores here from the 11th Mississippi. Appreciative of both these guys being able to give us their frontline view so we can see in the sky and also on the ground at the exact same time. And with that being said, let's get to our round. So, historical rules event, there is no sprinting and there are no bayonets until the 30-minute mark. They don't start moving out until the 42-minute mark, which is why we started a couple minutes after the fact. But at least so far, Eastwood Skirmish, either Union pushes far left. This is what they've historically done. As of late, Union has tried going to that right side of the map, at least from Union perspective. But today, we're kind of going back to our origins here. And Union's going to try going down this side. You can see they're going down with no bayonets, and they're just kind of double clicking up there, trying to get up as fast as possible. It's going to give CSA a little more time to react and get into position, which they do arrive there and pretty much plug this area. One Union flag is down already. You got a fair amount of Union sitting back, shooting. It's like HL's, though, pushing up, trying to outflank the CSA line a little bit. And we're off to a more aggressive start than what you'll historically see in the historical rules event. Again, because normally both sides kind of just sit back and shoot it out. The attackers don't usually press up right away. But here we are.
What if you didn't get buckball?
So HL starting to hold their well. Texas Guards are pushing up to assist. Lee's French Legion's holding this right side. They're slowly getting shot down. Union still have it down the flag. You can see those guys are spawning back at main. So CSA has a slight ticket advantage already. However, this map has a 19% ticket advantage to the Union side. So, but CSA, you would expect them to be leading on tickets right now, especially since they are shooting at the Union who's quote-unquote charging at them. You know, 11th Mississippi here is getting an absolutely beautiful flank on the Union who are trying to hold in the open. Union starting to inch their way down that snake fence as well, but it's a great angle from the 11th Mississippi. So that Union flag that was dropped, looks like there's one more drop there. I think Union probably picked up the one that was down. It looks like they have. The Union's got 2 flags that are kind of being condensed down into this little tiny area. Looks like Texas Guards are trying to move out and get that flag. Although they are running, some of them are. Which is not allowed. Maybe it is, but I hear some people saying that's not allowed in the game, so who knows. I just know that that is the general rule. So you got some of those Union respawns pushing up A and B, pushing this way. They're the main spawns that got wiped originally, and I think HL is probably the only group up there that is left for the Union, and they do have their flag with them, but I assume CSA is going to slowly overwhelm them. You have some CSA that moved down to the center side of the map as well. So, weapons on each side. Union has the 42nd Pennsylvania with the Sharps carbine. That's why Union only has 3 flags instead of 4. The Sharps company, because they have special weapons, they can only have one flag compared to the other normal infantry regiments, which Union also has 32nd Pennsylvania with 2 companies and 2 flags. And the 32nd Pennsylvania does have the Springfield 42. So Union has bucketball and the Sharps carbine, which obviously they need. So CSA, on the other hand, they got the 18th Georgia with the Enfield with the Springfield 55. 4th Texas is the other regiment for CSA. They also have the Enfield and Springfield 55. However, they can also choose the Springfield 42. So both sides kind of have bucketball. It's a little surprising that HL, I see 20th Georgia spawning in as well. I'm surprised that they have held this for so long. Normally, if you're CSA, you want to throw Union out of these positions as quickly as possible, because HL is just able to harass CSA here. And because they have a foothold, the rest of the Union is starting to make their way back up. And Union is trying to spearhead this corner. Actually, CSA lost the flag that's pushed up here.
Brace it up.
Secure these flags.
And so, I mean, usually these pushes up here don't really work for Union anymore, but they are working a lot right now. I mean, CSA kind of had a good start, but they just let HL and 20th Georgia sit here. And it let Union reform, and now Union is able to hold that. And I mean, normally you want to get the defender to engage by the 30-minute mark, not the 20-minute mark. That'd be bad. It'd be really bad. But you want to get your opponent down to engage by the 30-minute mark. And the fact that Union is on rate to get them down within like the next 3 or 4 minutes, you know, this is very impressive from the Union so far. That corner is not easy to take if the CSA holds it strong. And CSA held that strong for the most part. So CSA falls back. They're starting to reform. They have lost 1 flag, and Union's starting to push out and make a defensive line of that hill up into the open.
Shuffling away.
Shuffling away.
Jeez, CSA is about to hit engaged as well. That bar dropped a little quicker there than I was expecting. Maybe they'll hit it by the 34-minute mark. Who knows? But Union's up by a 4th of a morale stage right now. Truly, I have not seen this strategy work in a very long time. If CSA responds, which CSA responded well to the corner, they can hold Union off. And I mean, they wiped most of Union. They just left 1 group there. But we'll see how CSA kind of responds at this point. I reckon Union's just going to kind of use this as a base of operations. They might just sit and shoot here for a while. Now, the next evolution in the strat for Union, or the next steps rather, is to push down and take this corner here. At least that's what you'll see Union historically do. Because point of contention is here. You're not on point on this corner, but you can push this way. You can also go through the corn to try to push in the woods. And CSA will try to push Union out by charging through the corn as well. Had a couple of 1 Mississippi guys in A&B up here. Wow, Force's good game, but very sad day. Union just does not care about 1 Mississippi. Oh, man, already died. But yeah, Union's starting to push down to this corner. And terrible start for CSA. Absolutely terrible.
Keep going down.
Hey boys, shoot the big guys to the northwest on the fence line.
Hold the fences, hold the fences.
Hold at the star, hold at the star.
Fire and move, fire and move.
Double quick, mom. Right here, hold here, Andy. 10th out of that, hold here.
So, I mean, CSA's either got to throw the Union off these positions, because if Union just holds here the rest of the time, they're going to win. Or CSA's got a turtle. We won't see a turtle. You don't see too many of those anymore. You also don't see them in European events. And there goes CSA down the beach. LFL pushing out in the double ranks, and Union should be shredding this line, and they kind of have. Granted, LFL packed a punch in the Texas guards there. So I'm pretty sure if they have a certain number of men in their line, they have to form double rank. So it is the historical rules event, so they try to go for that. Kind of play that regardless of if it's good for your tickets or not. So A&V is starting to push down. You got some PA guys, Ninja there, celebrating their 5th year anniversary tomorrow. So happy early birthday for the second time, 2 days in a row. So, that being said, looks like you have some Union that came from main spawn that are trying to get some flanks into CSA. Not going to be able to do a whole lot, but, you know, they'll distract and harass, which can be just as valuable in a lot of certain circumstances. And there goes Union down to engage. Tickets look like they have closed up a little bit. However, for some reason at the start of a morale stage, and sometimes, I don't know about the end of a morale stage, but for sure the start of a stage, the bars move slower than when you're in the middle of a morale stage. I don't know why. So, like, Union's going to stick at engaged for a while here, and CSA is going to start dropping, and that difference of a fourth of a morale stage, we'll probably see that, if not a little higher than that, I'm assuming, because unless all the Union guys dying here really changed that, but I doubt it did. So, CSA still have that down flag. It despawns in 5 minutes from the moment it was dropped. So Union kind of back off. That was I mean, CSA have themselves in a pretty nice spot in that corner. I mean, they have buck and ball like the Union, but obviously Union trying to approach a position that probably has buck and ball it's going to be difficult to break through. And Union's probably just going to reform and go do that again, probably in a minute and a half. Look at that, it despawned. But I reckon Union's going to reform up, shoot it out to the 30-minute mark, and then go in. Especially think that because A&V is on the Union side, and they are probably the most aggressive unit in this event. Outside of maybe 11 Mississippi. You could argue either of those two groups being the most aggressive here.
Big game, same spot.
Wait, Riot, you're...
No. Fire or...
Snap,
Boys,
Dave.
Dress in line.
We're volleying, boys.
So I like that CSA is still trying to pick a fight, but again, I mean, defenders are just trying to play a clock game. You're trying to get that.
4 seconds. You showed up.
Oops. You're trying to get that clock down to 0, and as a defender, you just kind of sit back and you wait for the attackers to come to you. And Union's been playing aggressive, but CSA is kind of, I think, responded the right way so far. I mean, it's going to be very hard for CSA to take those Union positions. I mean, if you could throw Union out of this spot and get the flags, that'd be huge, but that's going to be a very, very difficult undertaking, especially when Union seems to be pretty organized and their whole team is over here. You know Union's got buck and ball, or the Sharps. Now, an advantage CSA does have, right, is that Union has 3 flags because they have the Sharps Carbine Regiment. And so Union's got 3 flags. CSA has 4, so CSA in any close engagement could out-respawn the Union, which maybe if CSA wanted to retake this top side, they could slowly start pushing up. I don't know how well it would work. And I don't know if it would work because Union had a small force here and CSA couldn't really throw them out. I know these guys were a little deflated because when you look at it from this spot here, it's very hilly. The elevation is more extreme than what you would expect when watching from a sky point view. But, I mean, CSA didn't throw them off, so who knows.
I'm gonna go get 20th.
Anyways, Union over here is starting to shift further down. TKO, Texas Guards, heading this way. They are trying to take shots at the CSA. They've kind of held themselves in the wood line using some logs and trees. LFL's back here, and looks like the Serpents Brigade, or actually that's some Stonewall Brigade guys. And the New York Volunteers, more particular, that's both of them. So, we're past 30-minute mark. Sprinting and bayonets can be equipped. And just as expected, Union's going to try to go retake that corner. Maybe charge in right away. We'll find out.
Give him buck and ball. Give him buck and ball.
And CSA shots are just shredding through the Union here. At least see what CSA's got here is they're just kind of firing lead into that corner. Now HL is starting to move down. A&V is basically gone. Look at how much smoke. I mean, it's a literal smoke screen. Union's trying to hold the corner, but CSA shots have been pretty on point. 13th Georgia shifting off out of that snake fence onto the straight fence to start shooting. And Union's attempt at this corner again is not working. Tickets, you know, it... Oh my goodness, a couple of Union guys charged on the side. A couple 20th Georgia guys that don't have bayonets on.
Never mind. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. Just shooting straight. Keep holding straight.
So, before Union charged, you saw the ticket difference between CSA and Union go to about a fourth of the stage, but Union trying to get back into this corner, it's really hurt them. You got the 2nd U.S. Cav on the kind of flank side of the CSA shooting into them. They got one CSA flag down, but looks like Union's going to have to pull back and reform again. So, nice little hold from CSA. Looks like they're sending some more guys in there to reinforce. They're collapsing in on that corner. But, nah, very good defense from CSA. See, that's what you would have expected from CSA over here. But,
Get 3 per, we're not doing anything.
and actually, it almost looks like, yeah, CSA is taking a ticket lead here.
This is HA, exactly, not UC.
So, a couple things Union could try to do is they could try to cap point. I mean, that point, it's open for them. Hold up. I think TKO is being charged by LFL.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo,
And LFL wins that pretty easily. Texas Guards turn to them. But Union, if they wanted to, the point is kind of open. They could try to start capping it. Since they're down on tickets, CSA would not get any of the benefits of regaining tickets when or if they retook the point. But you could cap the point and it'll force CSA potentially out of those defensive spots. At least it'll shift them away from the corner and it might give Union a window of opportunity to go take that corner. Meanwhile, HL is charging LFL on these defensive positions. Looks like 2 corps moved up to the left side on our screen here. Texas Guards is looking to join them. Kind of. They're getting closer but not shooting. And 2 corps here is going to charge them out. And LFL is now trying to join the 2 corps charge.
Hold it. Fix your veils if you got them on. These sharks can get veils.
Both sides are kind of sitting next to each other, yapping. It's fascinating that neither of these 2 sides are charging. They're just sitting here shooting at each other. Union's pulling out. CSA is getting some pretty good shots on them, and Union's going to be forced off. So that's growing that ticket lead in CSA's favor. But you got to do something to dislodge the CSA over here because you've tried going down there twice and that hasn't worked. Now, it's not like these officers are in a steam chest, so they can't communicate on a voice call. They have to talk in-game if they want to do much. But I think Union best bet is to send the group to go at least try capping point, force CSA off, or even some of the CSA off the corner, and have everyone else go down to that corner. Because that's your best bet as Union if you're going to try to hold this. So... But really good rebound for CSA, especially with how that start went.
If you spawn in, make sure you do doubles.
I mean, it's been a half morale stage difference since Union took that corner. It's been a half morale stage flip in CSA's favor. And it looks like TKO and TG are starting to pull off. Some 2nd U.S. Cav are moving there as well. Look how big these shadows are, by the way.
Let's put that fucking ham on the side. Let's go. Up and over and run. Let's go.
I mean, those shadows look very intimidating. They look like tall people, but they're not.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Pile it up. Pile it up.
Why are they rolling? Where's the Union gun? I wonder where they're rolling this. Surely they have a gun over here. I don't know. Anyways, CSA pushing up. 11 Mississippi, who was surprised here. No, very risky. CSA, it looks like they're trying to retake the corner. And this helps with a lot of the Union pulling off there a second ago. But, again, it's high risk trying to retake the corner. Ah, there's the gun. And 11 Mississippi about's face.
I can pull it.
I don't think I've seen Union pull a gun up here before, but...
Fucking shot.
Hurry up, Happy, hurry up.
Fire.
Oh, there you are. Never mind, Canada's here.
There you go. It's not a bad idea for Union artillery if Union gets that corner. Obviously, you wouldn't want to lose that corner, but... Union artillery from over here is kind of mid. From what I've seen. Mid to bad, if anything. So, 13th Georgia and some of the Serpents Brigades guys, Jenkins Brigades as well, have pushed up here for CSA. Union's kind of surrounding them, taking shots at them. Tickets seem to have evened out a little bit. However, Union's still down.
Heading to chaos to our southeast, by the way.
Lovely.
And, I mean, that's certainly an area for CSA to make a mistake is by overextending. Like, CSA doesn't necessarily need to come out here, but maybe they're just concerned that Union's going to try to flank them from this side. But even if you are concerned of that, you could just hold where these CSA guys are holding. That is a very adequate position for them. So 11 Mississippi going up, they lost a fair amount and did an about face. Now you have 2 corps pushing up. A couple of 6 Alabama guys are charging at that. You got Union shifting around over there as well.
Ok, allez, rechargez. Rechargez, rechargez.
Which, are they going into LFL? Looks like they are. It's HL.
Do not stop.
Getting a good amount of numbers here. And both sides are now taking losses. That was a clean sweep there from HL. However, 2 corps is going to push them, but the rest of the Union hit the backside, and HL should hold this.
Behind us,
Hold the rocks, boys. Get that flag up. Kill these Rebs.
Vas-y la boue! Aïe! Aïe!
Hey! Hey!
So HL is able to hold both of those off. And here comes Union kind of sweeping behind the point. I like this move a lot from A&V in 20th Georgia. Now, I think they're just trying to hit the CSA from behind more than cap. But it's a nice little angle to go. Then Mississippi spotted it, though. And both sides are slashing into each other right now.
Going, hook around, to corn, to corn, to corn.
And 11 Mississippi looks to have won that. Nice idea from Union. They didn't push their flag up with them. They didn't want to lose them back there, which when you're going to do something like that, try to flank around the enemy's rear and just kind of do a surprise charge. If you're not going to if you're not trying to hold the ground, it makes sense to do that. But that was good to catch by 11 Mississippi, and they collapsed him pretty quickly. Tickets are still in CSA's favor. It's about a fourth of a stage right now. So Union's going to reform up top. And they're still rolling the case on over here.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't ever recall Union moving a gun over here. This is funny. I mean, it's a great angle to CSA.
We got it down.
Fire again. Let's see how it is. Hey, that was a nice little shot. It was a little over from where 11 Mississippi was. It did get a guy or so. You saw the blood splatter, but man, I can't imagine a canister ripping down through that. That'll be beautiful. So, looks like CSA backed off or got pushed off. The rock's there. And 11 Mississippi's actually pushing up. Like, imagine if this gun hit canister right now. Oh, he's priming it. Maybe not. Oh. Now he is. Oh, they're charging in. It's a little late. Ah, that's what they were doing. Aiming the gun right down. I got a couple of kills. That'll almost certainly help the Union hold. Thing is, it's only 11 Mississippi going up and over, and
Counter charge left, gentlemen, counter charge left.
I like the idea that they have here.
Fall back, fall back.
But they're going in by themselves. I don't know how they expect to win. Maybe they don't think Union has a lot of guys here, but they got thrown off pretty quickly. You can see A and V is countercharging, and they might just keep going through. But yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. You know Union's up there. I don't know why you would try to charge that out on your own. If anything, I would have more of your team do that, because if anything, that's evening this ticket gap that's in CSA's favor. A and V is going to keep going here. They're going to try to take this corner. And now A and V is kind of doing the same thing 11 Mississippi was doing a moment ago.
Get in this cone, gentlemen. Get in this cone. Get it to him. Get it to him.
Brace these nuts.
It's not as bad as 11 Mississippi's push up, because they are attacking. They have a slight ticket lead. You can kind of afford that, but that's a nice little hold there. You should hold that, but tickets overall are quite even here. And Union pace is pretty good so far, and that's a huge part to what happened at the beginning of our round today.
Good shots as well.
Not all that smoke is
TKO's on
Easy, unfixed
far
bayonets,
right
the bayon
side.
rush, and then keep shooting at them.
Unfixed bayonet.
Config Spinets. Hello, Mr.
Keep
Crumbs.
shooting, boys. Keep shooting. Aim at the stomach on this range. We have good timing right now. Look at the 16 guys.
Can't see for shit.
And you got a couple of Union guys going around this side. This is one way to dislodge CSA, is to kind of harass them in the corn, maybe go into the woods, start shooting from that side, really make CSA be like, well, there's Union behind us, we might want to go face that. But if Union does force a CSA overreaction, I wonder if Union's going to take advantage by going to the center here. It probably won't, just because I doubt 2nd U.S. Cav has communicated that. It's just really hard to do that. I mean, they could have, and that'd be very impressive. But CSA is actually sitting on the point right now, so Union can't have any shenanigans with it. And Union's actually swifting down already. Look at that. Who is it? 6 Alabama.
Right here.
Skirmish formation, get him down. In the eastward, stay cover.
Crouch. Split out, crouch.
Ooh. Nice. This was nice.
They're pushing up on the right-hand side there. Right-hand side, north-northwest.
Yep, right hand side. They're coming.
We see them. We see them.
They're charging us.
They are indeed.
Stand up and charge him. Counter-charge.
Young Mississippi trying to get a nice couple of tickets here. All we see is smoke.
Pull it back. Pull it back. Go, go. Pull it back.
But Old Mississippi wins that. The rest of A and V shifts down. They're getting great shots on 11 Mississippi, who pushed out. But ticket gap has actually gone right back in Union's favor. It's just this round, the ticket morale just it keeps going back and forth and back and forth. No one wants to keep their ticket lead. So shortly, CSA is about to hit breaking. At that point, Union can cap and win. I wonder if Union's going to go for it. I reckon some of the Union will, and the rest will follow suit. And Union can try to shoot CSA down to last down. They've got 14 minutes. And you definitely can do that. It's definitely possible. But for all we know, they just want to go. My 2nd U.S. Cav is in the corner. I don't know if NYB is trying to look for them or not, but 6 New York pushes right by him.
Eddie, there's Confederates to the northwest.
Eddie is talking very loud, so I'm surprised none of the CSA heard him.
Aaron, that's Rolo to the northwest. That's his star northwest. Oh, they're charging down
Yep,
the left.
I know.
They're charging down. Oh. I fall back out of the
And 2nd U.S. Cav actually, you know, they got a couple of kills there. They got a flag temporarily, which you know is nice. It's going to cause some chaos in CSA right as Texas Guards and A&V pushes up. So that was really well timed from 2nd U.S. Cav.
Well done.
CSA kind of falling back, trying to get closer to the point. A couple of CSA guys still holding forward, and they're going to give Union some nice tickets here.
Good job, Eddie.
Well, they said good job, Eddie. Oh, Eddie's still alive. Look at that. That's crazy. So, CSA falling back, trying to get on that point, if not next to it. just... Well, there they go. They hit breaking. So they can at least contest the point. Now, Union's taking this corner, and they have a wide open access to the point. I'll be intrigued to see if they just go straight for it here, or if they try to go through the corner and charge there.
Just keep shooting.
20th Georgia pushed up a little bit in the open. Got 6 Alabama holding on the little rocks there. Union just for now kind of surrounding and shooting as their friendlies slowly start pushing up. You got a lot of Union out on the wood line over here. HL and HD.
Keep going, keep going.
And they are just not even going to worry about the CSA. I think they're trying to just hold on point. They're actually going straight in. The rest of the Union going? No, they're not. CSA kind of reshift to where Union's charging. Points dropping. It's going in Union's favor. HL have their flag up here. CSA are charging in the rear. However, the rest of the Union have moved up here. 20th Georgia A and V up here. At least 6 Alabama, that part of A and V. And here comes the rest of CSA. Union gonna hit breaking here. Point is being held from CSA. Union has more trickling out. Nearly the whole Union's up here. Most of the CSA is up here, but the problem is you got a fair amount of CSA sitting back. Could be respawns, but by them sitting back, it's letting Union kind of stay around here and deal a huge damage. CSA needs to throw Union off here and get their flags. So CSA still trying to play a time game. If they kill Union flags and then push up to make a defensive line here, they could hold there for a good amount of time. At least Union wouldn't get those flags back for 5 minutes, and that would be very huge. But successful charge there for Union. Weren't able to cap and win. However, they were able to hit CSA down to halfway through breaking. I mean, they're up half a morale stage now. CSA had a window of opportunity to get Union flags down, but they missed it. I mean, they still kind of have that window there, but the longer CSA just kind of sits back and waits, the more guys Union's going to get back into the fight.
You may not see them, but you're guaranteed to kill someone if they're fat.
Shoot them all.
So, Union for now getting reformed, taking some shots. CSA kind of clustering up over there behind the point, or beside it. Got a couple CSA on point. But
Fire will.
Get out of the way, buddy. Hood, fall back. You're in the way. Step back a little bit, hallelujah.
Keep firing in there. Keep firing the bucket ball in there. Come on.
I have died so
ooh,
Oh yeah.
that's about as good of an artillery shot as you'll see. I don't, and they didn't knock down any of those guys though. Wow.
Right into line, my right.
You got some CSA actually flanking around Union left right now. LFL, Texas Guard, artillery being charged out by them. Honestly, that's probably this gun here that got that great angle on him. Maybe. Actually, I'm going to assume, yeah, because Union's not operating anything over here. Anyways, 9 minutes left. Union's basically reformed. They've knocked CSA down about another fourth of a stage. Maybe a little less than that since that charge is kind of pushed off. But, you know, you like the LFL flank here, but the issue is that they're putting themselves away from the point, which is all that matters at this point. Maybe they're going to try to charge into Union's rear and get flags, but they got to time it right. Because once Union goes in, this next charge, CSA is going to drop to last stand. And at that point, CSA can't get any respawns. Actually, Union might just be shooting him down to that.
TG, TK, we should on the right side. TG, shift right, let's go.
TG right.
Charge on your left flank.
Shift right, TG.
What is LFL doing? There's some more CSA. 11 Mississippi is linking up with them. ChanYV is going this way. And CSA is going to try to charge Union out here. Get one of those flags so far.
Don't let them live. Get into that fence line. Take that
And
fence
this
line.
should hit CSA down to last stand. Union hold that, unsurprisingly. That was... The rest of Union are starting to countercharge to the point. Okay, you get why CSA wants to charge there. You can get Union flags down, and you can prevent them from getting to the point. And if you get the flags down, just hold up here, Union will just trickle down here, trying to get back up to the spot and get the flags, but CSA can mow them down. But you should have done that when Union retreated off the point in their initial charge. You should not have waited for Union to reform. Maybe the CSA officers were trying to figure it out, and that's why it took them a couple minutes, but I think it is... That's just unfortunate timing, if anything. Not great decision making. So if a CSA guy dies, you don't come back. If you were dead, you respawn instantly, but Union's starting to go into the point here.
Stab and go, stab and go, stab and go.
C'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon. Yeah, encore un, encore un. Bien joué.
Better hold behind the log. And hold right face.
So here comes some more Union 20th Georgia barreling down. HD as well. A couple of guys from other groups. You see some CSA holding off the point, trying to delay this as long as possible. I mean, if CSA, for example... It's a little unfortunate to see that missed opportunity. CSA will, like, barely hold that charge. Only 3 guys left. I think some of these Union guys are on point. Because right now there's no Union guys over there that are at least in skirmishing. You get some CSA flanking around the far side.
To the right side. DG, break to the right side.
But Union's, like, we got 6 minutes. We're going to use all of them. Here come the rest of the Union. They're storming up. It's mostly A and B.
Guys, behind.
They're gonna charge us once they realize we're captured.
Straight in front, gentlemen, straight in front. Shoot them up. Let's go. Straight in front. Remember your double ranks, boys. Remember double ranks. Let's go. Remember your double ranks. Double ranks, friends.
Coming towards us. 23rd church banner. West, let's go.
Go, Chop.
So CSA trying to go in for a little flank to get one of those Union flags. They're getting a nice couple of kills here and there. Points swinging back in CSA's favor. Looks like CSA, 11 Mississippi charged in over here and were able to barely lose that as Union's going to pick up their flags. Rest of CSA swarming in. Here comes TKO. And second U.S. Cav for Union. Union's going to drop the final push.
Hold him here.
Second guy's still there. Second's back on the run. Run. I'm coming for you.
But, you know, despite CSA being in the situation they were in when they hit last stand, CSA's held very, very well. Also, Parker said if Rollo... Oh, did I miss it? Oh, I gotta wait for the front line. Yeah, if we lose Rollo, you're banned. You heard it here from Parker first, so... Well, we're up to Rollo.
I'm too fat for running so much, kid. I'm too fat, man.
Let's go, full send, all together, let's go.
Oops, I know. Oops, I know.
Push together, gentlemen, let's go.
Wait for everyone to catch up. There's no rush, no rush. Let everyone catch up. We got 2 minutes.
Decoys wants to go.
You don't need that much time to fucking wipe them off.
But they need to be wiped. They're rebels.
I mean, how many CSA guys are left? There is.
Straight ahead.
There's 9 left. Brave soldiers, mostly from NYV. You got a 4th New Jersey and 13th Georgia guy in here. They will try, but they will die.
Brace.
Yeah, you better brace.
You ain't bracing.
Come here.
Oh shit, I missed.
Good hold, CSA. Good job. Y'all did
And that's going to be the end of our round here. So, good win there from Union. Part of it had to do with that start. That was a big mistake from CSA to give that corner up. They didn't give it up, but they just let the Union stay there. And it just brought everyone's tickets down. And you saw how much time we had left. Like, even with considering the final push drop was only like a minute or two. Like, CSA held up for a long time, even though they lost that corner at the beginning. So, I mean, if CSA contests that corner a little more, then I maybe think CSA wins this. Because, I mean, CSA did a pretty dang good job overall. But in the end, Union got the win. Great start there from Union for taking that corner before bayonets and sprinting was a quit. That was able to get everyone down in tickets to allow Union to kind of sit back and do a more shooting style tactic, which is what you usually see here versus the non-stop charging. So, good first round. A lot of casualties. We will see you all for round number 2. And here we are with the start to round number 2 here. Now on a Hills counterattack. Looking at our balance, so we're up to 250. Imbalance is 1 towards the Union. That's a lot. Could be game-changing. You never know. But artillery-wise, Union doesn't have it. CSA does. CSA has 8 on artillery. So that imbalance, which now just turned perfect, is 8 infantry-wise in Union's favor, which I'm sure they will appreciate. So Hills counterattack has a ticket imbalance of 8% towards the CSA side. And on top of this weapons for this round, the Union defense, they have the 4th Rhode Island with the Lorenz and the Springfield 61, and the 9th New York with the Springfield 61. Whereas on the CSA side, they have the 12th South Carolina with the Enfield and the Springfield, and the Palmetto Sharpshooters with the Enfield, Mississippi, or the Whitworth Rifle. I don't know how many times I've shot with a Whitworth Rifle in this game. Probably count it on my hand. That's how many times. Maybe like 2 or 3 times. I don't remember. Anyways, CSA maybe has a slight superiority in weapons with the Mississippi, but remember, no bayonets, no sprinting until the 30-minute mark. Hills counterattack, CSA will generally hit on the Union flanks. They'll hit the Union right. Well, that's Union left, but they'll also hit the Union right on this side and play aggressive up into that wood line. And then the interesting part of this map is Union does not have any good defenses on this map. And so Union holds about as far as they can along this snake fence here. You can see majority of the Union team is there. You will also see the Union like to hold in this corner here. However, Union's pushed up for now because CSA is not in this woods. Once CSA, or if they push up here, CSA will push over here. Now the thing is, right, Union doesn't have any great defensive positions. They're holding behind the point. And the thing is, it's out of bounds for CSA, so they can't charge into these Union lines. Which means the only way CSA can force the Union out is by doing what they're doing right now, and they can cap the point. Once they cap the point, it'll force the Union out of their defensive positions into the open field here, where the infantry and the CSA artillery can deal a good amount of damage to the Union. But that's really how you play this map. At CSA, you can't just sit back and shoot. You need to cap that point, force the Union out, and when you cap, you need to hold it. Now, Union, on the other hand, you need to try to prevent CSA from capping. You want the black timer to go to 0. However, if you're confident in yourself, now that CSA has capped the point, Union is considered the attacker, CSA the defender, so CSA can at last stand, Union final push. If CSA drops in the last stand and Union retakes the point, then Union can win the game. I don't know if that's ever happened on this map before. I've seen it once almost happen in regimentals, and when I was pubbing a few months ago, that might have been like a year now, but time flies by, don't it? But when I was leading a pub, we almost were able to pull it off on this map, but not all the officers agreed, and so we weren't able to fully do it. I don't even know if it was possible, if everyone could do it. It's not an easy thing to do, but looks like 6th Alabama, they are going to be the ones to retake the point for Union. CSA, looks like either 13th Georgia or Serpents Brigade was on the point. But the Union capped. Or, sorry, CSA capped. Union's retaking, but this point has gone, this counterattack has happened so far for about a minute or so. And so that just added a minute to CSA's time to sit and shoot down the Union, which you actually have some CSA moving down to contest the point, which I really like that they're doing. 11 Mississippi's pushing out this way. And actually some Union are pushing down to the point. Some are trying to get a flank up top, but I don't know if they know that there's CSA right there.
No, that's not good. That's not good.
Well, they definitely didn't know they're there, but got a little shootout here. CSA is taking back the point. Looks like 6 Alabama basically got shot out. The Union that were pushing down kind of stopped. You got more Union reinforcements pushing up here. LFL is going in though. Here comes A&D though. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're getting kicked in the rear end up here, but this is exactly what you do. CSA is slightly down on tickets right now, and that's probably mostly because of this engagement up here. I mean, LFL's kind of gotten torn up here, and 2-core. But eventually, Union is going to have to charge down to that point, and that's going to be to CSA's advantage. Now, CSA is holding in the open, but Union's got to charge across the open, which looks like Union might just be trying to flank around this side and hit CSA in the flank to get to the point, not necessarily charge straight at it. But 6 Kentucky pushing up for TKO, starting to put pressure. Not allow these guys to respawn, and they're going to keep falling back. Union shooting from a distance, but this ticket gap is surprisingly in Union's favor. That's something you don't see too often. Yeah.
Shoot those fuckers. Shoot those fuckers. Get them the hell out. Shoot that. When I was a young warthog. When he was a young warthog. That one guy you gotta be posted.
I thought they were gonna sing the whole song. I would have been pretty happy if I started hearing the whole song. I haven't heard that in a very long time. Thank you for the reminder. So, Union's kind of encircling CSA, not putting pressure on the point. They're doing really good on tickets, really good. And when they retake the point, this ticket gap, assuming, like, let's say Union retook the point right now, since Union's ahead on tickets, they wouldn't go up any tickets. But Union right now would keep that ticket lead they have right now. They're about up a third of a morale stage. We'll see what happens, though, when Union does try to take the point. It seems for now they're just trying to shoot the CSA down, and here's the thing, is on this map, on hills, generally you're not going to win as an attacker, or a defender, rather, by the time. If anything, you'll win by knocking CSA down into final push first. And so, honestly, as long as Union is getting a ticket lead out of this, maybe not trying to retake the point right away is a good idea. Which is probably the first time you will have heard me say that in a broadcast. Because normally, every indicator points to you retaking a point right away. Because as a defender, you want that black timer ticking down, right? And so, you want to retake that point quickly. Because you want that black timer ticking. You don't want to lose a bunch of tickets while the counterattack stage is happening and then not have a lot of time left on that clock. However, I think the exception to that philosophy is if, as a defender, you are winning on tickets during the counterattack phase and able to push them down a considerable amount. Ticket gap has evened up here a little bit, but if the Union is able to keep a ticket lead on the CSA, I'm fine with them sitting in this counterattack. Because if they push CSA down to final push first before they hit last stand, that black timer is going to drop anyways to a few minutes. So I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. Now, if Union was losing on the tickets in this counterattack, yes, they should retake it as quick as possible. But they aren't. We haven't really seen a whole lot from CSA artillery yet. Which they've pushed up a gun and a caisson over there. Looks like this gun's been shooting. Where is it shooting? I mean, we haven't looked a whole lot over there. They about to fire it? That's not gonna hit. And look at where that's aimed. That's interesting. But tickets are now about even. CSA is actually slowly catching back up. So now it's kind of getting to a point where, as Union, you want to try to maybe go for that point.
Right there. They're so close. Just kill them. Please, can we just kill these guys?
I mean, the issue is that honestly, Hill's counterattack feels like one of those maps as Union where the only way to, I think the best way for Union to win this map is by trying to push CSA in the last stand once they cap. Because you got 20 minutes to knock them down to last stand, and that is 100% possible as long as you are aggressive enough. Because otherwise, I mean, based on what we're seeing in the past, like 2 minutes versus earlier on, the issue is that this is just a slow but surely losing battle for the Union. This is not an easy map for Union by any means. But if you let the CSA cap kind of shoot it out for a while and are starting to lose tickets, which Union is now almost down a fourth of a morale stage, but if you're just going to the shootout, you let CSA cap, CSA is now bringing everybody's tickets down, and that black timer's not moving down. As defender, you need a ticket lead. But if you let the attackers just bring everyone's tickets down without the black timer going down, and then you retake and then fall back, and CSA will just do the same thing. You need to turn it on its head, and you need to push CSA in the last stand.
Southwest. Yeah, there's a jump cooking.
That was a long fuse time.
Woo!
Oh yeah, that was
You
close.
see that? Independent fire to the south, boys.
Independent fire to the south.
Because remember, as I said last round, usually if the defender hits battle ready, or sorry, engaged by the 30-minute mark, like the black timer, that is very, very good for the attacking team. Well, imagine the defender hitting engaged or being engaged by the 39-minute mark. So Union's gonna make a push for this,
Rise up to shoot.
which it looks like they're finally starting to do that. And here's 6 Alabama pushing up this way. Looks like all of A&V is actually pushing up. Now Union's gonna try to retake this. Looks like with as few guys as possible.
One hay bale per person. Do not
Again,
share.
they want to avoid casualties. See, I almost wonder, on a cap point like this, where you can kind of sit apart from each other, I almost wonder if Union could try to retake this by just not shooting at all, because Union's down tickets, so they're going to regain tickets, go back up to what CSA is at. So, I wonder if Union just doesn't kill any of the CSA guys, so that they can regain as many tickets as possible. Because for every guy Union kills here, Union can't regain that. But also, if Union does that, if Union retakes and then pulls off, I reckon CSA with that same force will just retake the point instantly. I assume CSA is going to stay on this point, or at least come back onto the point once Union pulls off. So, looks like Texas Guards pushed up here as well. And you got even more Union. You got 2nd U.S. Cav on the left, further left pushing up. You got HL and HD. They're very, very clumped up because they got to be in double ranks, I'm pretty sure.
Everybody stand up. Back and stand up. Forward. Let's go. Let's go.
Everybody charge.
Forward. Forward.
Charge. Come on.
Let's go. Charge him out, boys. Charge him out, HL.
To the bush. To the bush.
To the bush, Ethan.
To the bush. To the bush.
If I'm CSA, I send more guys to try to contest. This charge here, NYV is trying to hold the bush here. They did lose their flag. Gets picked back up by Morris. It does look like Union will win that, though. So, I don't think those CSA guys are on point. But if you're CSA, you try to contest this as much as you possibly can. Because if CSA holds for 9 more minutes, they win the game. But Union is going to take it back in the end. Remember, Union does have a slight infantry advantage. But Union retake, both sides down to engage now. And I assume Union's going to pull off. CSA is going to reform and push it up and then cap the point again. And we're just going to watch the same thing happen over and over again. Hill's counterattack you could probably argue is the longest match in War of Rights. Just based on how everything is, because the map really forces CSA to cap that point and stop that timer to force Union out. And actually, 2nd U.S. Cav is looking to stay on point right now. You also have, well, you did have 20th Georgia in the cap bush, but they are pulling off. So, yeah, no, good start for CSA. We'll see if CSA goes back into it again. They should. There's no reason for them to sit back and kind of shoot this out. I mean, you've got 38 minutes, but...
I'd rather they waste rounds trying to kill me.
But I don't know if you could shoot the Union down if they hold back, which Union's kind of holding a little far forward. So...
East, south, take aim! Fun! Reload! After this next reload, we do the Bayo rush reverse, okay? So we're gonna unfix our Bayos on the next reload.
Well, CSA still reforming. 2nd U.S. Cav is slowly being shot up. Points should start naturally decaying since there's only 2. Yep. You need at least 3 guys, or you need to at least be in skirmishing to capture or decap a point. I don't remember if that rule was always in effect. I know it wasn't for conquest and contention with flag raising. It used to be anyone could just run out of line and decap and raise a point, and that was very annoying. Now, it's still possible to be annoying, but you need at least 3 guys to make that happen instead of 1, which makes it a little more difficult.
Thinking about capping again.
Do it!
Man, I played a game for the original Xbox when I was like an teenager.
But, no, I don't think there's any reason not to cap for CSA at this point. I mean, again, you got 36 minutes to shoot your opponent down, and that's a lot of time. But I don't know how fast that ticket drop rate is going to be.
You've been here a long time before your enemy, man. My bad. Left wheel onto the fence. Independent fire, commence firing. Corn line. Aim at the fence. Aim at the fence. Aim at the fence and start blasting. Aim at the fence. That is within my pistol range. Yeehaw, cowboy.
Targets are northwest. Take aim.
Keep to the left of me. Anywhere to the right is like kind of for us.
Fire! Load.
So, opposite side of the field, CSA starting to make a push-up again. They are outnumbered. Got LFL. One Mississippi has joined them this time, and one Mississippi is in front, and they're going to go straight in. While opposite side, there you got A and V looking at him, taking shots at him. But Union spearheaded a fair amount of guys over here, and they should be able to hold the top of this hill. Now, both sides want the top of this hill. That's why you see the CSA kind of making a push up here.
We're getting flanked on the left.
I mean, this hill, when you're looking from up here, can oversee the entire map. So, CSA is capping point again. I really like this. Union is slightly down on tickets. And TKO is actually going to charge in.
Kill them, kill them, kill them.
And they're going to keep pushing this, because if they push through this, they can turn to the point and retake that right away and potentially start defeating CSA in detail and get a ticket lead, which would be very good for the Union. That's what you'd want. So, 2 core gets wiped there. You got some LFL guys respawning here. HL's going to hit them. But CSA do take the point.
Don't let them pull that flag out. Someone get it.
And CSA is going to lose 1 flag. I reckon that's out of bounds, though. The other flag is going to make it back far enough. So CSA take the point, they pull off, and Union's going to retake right away. So good reaction here from Union. They might regain a couple of tickets, but you know, those couple of tickets can mean a whole lot. CSA still in a very, very good spot. But nice little counter push there from Union. Nice plays. Trying to think about what I was saying earlier with like if a counterattack's happening, you're getting a ticket lead. Maybe try to hold it. I don't know. The more I'm thinking about that, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, if CSA is trying to hold the point on top of it, and you're getting a ticket lead in that position, then maybe that's a good idea. But if CSA kind of, I don't know, pulls off to original positions, I don't know. Maybe it's not as good as I thought. Because I think, I don't know. Mississippi's charging in.
Let's leave.
Get the fuck out of here!
Because if as Union, actually no, I think it's fine. Because if CSA is trying to hold the point on the point, and you're able to find a way to get a ticket drain on them while they're holding out on point, that's a good idea to maybe continue that for a while and then go in. I guess it's just a question of, would you rather try to get a ticket lead as a defender, or would you rather just want that black timer to keep ticking down? I guess it's kind of how you want to play the game. I mean, I lean towards trying to keep that black timer going, but I guess it's all situational. Nice arty shot. But it's all situational, like 99% of things are. So CSA is capping that point right away, which, good idea. I mean, CSA, in my opinion, should keep capping the point until Union is about halfway through taking losses. At that point, play the rest of the round out, because you'll shoot them down to breaking. You have plenty of time to do that, and then contest the point. That'll force Union out into the open field. So, NYB is in the cap bush. CSA is trying to avoid at least putting their guys in the open as well, so both sides being a little considerate. CSA, at least on their side, has a little more cover on the point versus the Union. But at this point in the round, as a defender, you can't play for time anymore. You need to play for tickets to try to find a way to get a ticket lead. That's not easy to do. You just gotta, I mean, you could just try to outplay them. That's going to be difficult, though. You could try to defeat the CSA in detail, which we've kind of seen from Union, but it's only happened 2 or 3 times. Looks like some Union have moved down.
HL right here.
Try and contest this point, but so there you go. So Union's responding quickly, and I wonder if they're going to charge in or if they are just going to go cap on point. I reckon they're going to charge. That's what they did last time.
Pass me, gentlemen. Bayonets down. Kill them all. Fucking
Look at my fucking head. Oh!
He missed his pistol shot. Oh my god, oh my goodness, he's dead. He missed his pistol.
I was distracted by the 11th MS message. That was.
Oh shit, there's a lineup right
So CSA hold that. Nice hold there. Well, maybe not. NYB died, but they got a couple more CSA behind. CSA still holding as CSA from the west side of the map. While Mississippi shifting down. They might just go in and help the CSA here finish off the Union, who's trying to reform. They have a chance to get 2 of the Union flying. Look at both sides are almost down to taking losses as well.
Pay your taxes.
Spear wall. Spear wall. Nice spear wall.
Pay your taxes.
Nice spear wall.
Oh, fuck.
Keep going.
What are you swinging at, bro? What are you swinging at?
So Union lose 1 flag in that, and they have some more Union. They're trying to move down to assist. I'm guessing it's either 2 Corps or LFL up top. They're trying to shift down, but it looks like Union's going to take the point. As TKO's going straight in, they get 1 CSA flag. On Mississippi, at least the survivors there are turning around. You got some 13th Georgia guys there as well. And yeah, that's LFL that is flanking down into the side of TKO. But this should potentially provide enough distraction for the Union to retake the point. Both sides do hit taking losses, so next time a cap happens, the counterattack time will be 7 minutes to start instead of 12, which is what it currently is since the defenders were unengaged. 2 Corps looking on top to get a nice little flank here. Not going to be able to do a whole lot, but you know, it's a nice flank. Very nice flank.
Arras sur le point.
On joue au sud-est. Sur les drapeaux. Sur les drapeaux. Feu.
Well, they got the flag. Nice shot. So, CSA are still actually trying to attempt to hold the LFL is in 13th Georgia. Meanwhile, some of the HL guys spawned back in and they wanted to win this bush, and they do. But Union retakes. Union might be slightly ahead on tickets.
Not again. Uh-oh. Wait, TKO, break road, sprint right, TKO, sprint right, sprint right.
It's Union's gonna fall back. Again, they don't want to sit in the open field. Why would you? And Union might be slightly ahead on tickets right now. But CSA, I think they can cap one more time and then play the rest of this game out. They could play the rest of the game out right now if they want to, but there's still plenty of time. The reason why you don't want to really early cap past halfway through taking losses, unless it's like absolutely necessary, is the mentioned earlier that right, CSA, they're the attackers. Once they cap, they become defenders. If you start get to the middle low taking losses and the Union or defender team has 7 minutes to knock you into last stand, the chance of that happening is very good if the original defending team, which would be Union here, if Union pushed you at that moment, if you capped with less than half a stage till breaking, Union could very easily push you into last stand. And then they could retake the point. So you don't ever want to risk, as an attacker, that scenario playing out. So, if CSA wants, they could try to cap one more time. Maybe play it till both sides are middle to low taking losses, and then break off the point, let Union retake, and then shoot them down and finish it off. So, but actually CSA is putting a lot of pressure on the Union left, something they have not done this round. At least with the majority of the fourth. Like, we've seen NYV go over here. However, it looks like 11 Mississippi is joining them this time.
Blast them.
Blast them, boys. On the corner.
Can't see him on the left, boys. Hop right. There's plenty of fence here. If you can't see him on the left, hop right. Easy shots. Aim nice and low, aim at their waist and legs. Easy shots. Every shot should be a kill here. Every shot should be a kill. They're literally standing there just begging for it, like Pilot's mum on a Friday night. Just give it to them.
What? What?
What? It's only fucked up because it's true. Look at that flag. Look at that flag. He's begging for it, alright? He's literally standing there.
You know what, you are right. He was begging for it.
You know what? It's like he's kneeling there with his hands behind his fucking, like, back, just saying, go and do it, alright? Fucking light him up.
Uh-oh. Run, Barts. Run.
Don't fucking talk to me. I own you. I am your dad.
Barts.
Hey, yo. Fuck you, go to bed.
Hey, yo.
Shit, dude. I have you know what? Your hat looks funny. I fucking went there.
But it looks like, there's a little banter there. Lovely. But it looks like CSA is going to play this out until Union hits breaking. Why is Union charging here? I mean, I like it in concept.
You smell like wee-wee. You smell like wee-wee. You ain't getting front. You smell like wee-wee.
Hey, you come
Come here! Come here, you're smelling! Get back here!
Union do at least initially win that. You do have Inland Mississippi kind of charging up the center. They could get pinched if Union turn around. HL charge kind of fizzles out. The rest of the Union pushing up. How is Parker still alive?
There we go, nice, good job. Oh, I got shot.
Stay away from the Yanks.
Yeah, get out of here, Flag, you little coward. Fuck out of here, Yankees.
Beautiful. So CSA hold that. Union takes a huge loss in tickets. I mean, again, you like the idea because Union just sitting back and shooting this out, that is going to be a Poe. It's going to be a Poe. It's going to be a slow and painful death. I tried combining the words painful and slow, and we got Poe out of that from Kung Fu Panda. But no, sitting back and just kind of getting this shootout, it's going to be a slow and painful death for the Union. So I like the idea of charging out. It just did not pan out. I mean, we're outnumbered going into that as well. But, I mean, I appreciate the effort, but that could almost solidify our deal here. I mean, 6 New York is starting to shift over to the point. And they're going to start capping it because Union's about to hit breaking. I mean, you do have some Union guys up here. A lot of Union still back kind of sitting and shooting. So 6 New York might have to pull off before they do that. Or they might not have to if Union goes onto the point right away, which you see HL going up and over. They're going to go right in, it looks like.
For DJ.
Right into the cap bush. Sprint. Charge him out, boys.
I hate all of you. I hate all of you. I hate all of you. I hate all of you.
You're smelly.
I hate all of you.
Mando here?
So more CSA are collapsing in from the far side. This 11 Mississippi. Union have won this charge on the cat bush. Point is going back into Union's hands for now. One Union flag down so far.
Union retreat, Union fall back. Union retreat, Union fall back. Take that flag away. Take that flag away, Union.
On about
Take
face.
that flag away.
So we got more Union shifting down to the point. So Union's going to be able to get a foothold before they hit breaking, which they should hit any second now. You know, I need to stop talking. That was good timing. And one Mississippi is turning towards the Union here. You got 88th New York guys in here as well.
Yeah, good luck with that.
And they are going to charge through that. Union picked the flag back up over there, but Union hit breaking. Point is being capped right now by the CSA.
Give him hell there, Parker.
Line them up, boys. Lamont time, Lamont time.
And Union's going to have to charge it eventually. I don't know if these guys are on point. They are shifting a little forward. Those guys definitely not on point. They need to get up there.
Let's go.
Take him, take him. Charge him, charge him.
Coming in from all right.
We got the right side. The right side, they're coming in too. Get in there, boys. Right side, guys.
And Union is taking this point back. This charge is going very, very well for them.
Get in there, boys.
Back there. Headband places front end. Ah, fudge.
Get the flag.
And Union completely sweeps through that. Now, here's the point in the game where you would expect CSA already to give us a beautiful fireworks show right on top of the point. Please. Which, we'll see if that happens. CSA has lost one flag. Tickets are about even. Both sides in breaking.
To your right, to your right, look to your right.
A couple of two core guys are there taking shots, and then they're going to charge in. Not going to do a whole lot. Maybe get a couple tickets, but... There we go. Thank you. Thank you, CSA Artie. What a shot. But Union's starting to play very, very aggressive here. Union's slightly ahead on tickets. And, I mean, Union has to find a way to get, like, a third to a half a morale stage ticket lead at a minimum to win this game. Really, on any map, as a defender, you want to be a third to a half a morale stage by time the attackers hit final push to know that you have enough tickets to kind of hold out. I mean, if both sides hit the final stage at the same time, depending on the map, most times, though, the attackers win in the situation where both sides hit the last stage at the same time.
Ok, formez là, ici, sur la fence, les gars. Full kit, baïonnette, tout, la totale, on attend qu'ils rechargent. On attend qu'on a des renforts là.
But
On est là, derrière.
another... I was overshot a little bit, but it went through the line. Oh, boy.
Independent.
And Union's starting to pull up Rift Floors. But Union is starting to pull back a little more, trying to preserve their tickets. Union, I think, should try. I think the rules of the event prevent it, but man, they're pumped up so much right now. CSA already can get some juicy shots for the rest of the game, really. You have a fair amount of Union that have pulled pretty far back, trying to get in a little more cover. But, I mean, Union should, right now, be spreading out as much as they can. But I think, again, event rules prevent that.
They're pushing left, sir. Pushing left. They're pushing, charging left.
And one Mississippi is starting to push down to put pressure on the Union. HL, who is... And HD.
It's 11 Mississippi!
Hello. Bazinga.
Good fire. Right here. Good fire. They're in the bush. They're in the bush.
I'm not gonna be able to get you. I can get you though, motherfucker. Come here.
Bazinga.
I gotta get out of phase.
HL's pretty
I
bad,
gotta get
guys.
out of here,
HL's
too.
really bad. You guys can't even win a melee. HL
Oh,
loses
HL
melee
can't even
once
win a
again.
melee.
HL can't even lose a melee correctly.
Look at him run! Look at the HL members run! Look at him run! À la fête! Formé à la fête! À la fête!
Jeez, I have to say that's gotta be the worst regiment I've ever had the dissatisfaction with playing with.
Honestly, I don't feel like I won. I feel like I just beat up a puppy.
Oui, oui, on est en train de tirer dessus, nord-est, feu à volonté, nord-est.
Beautiful.
Restez pas collés à la fence, restez pas collés aux fences.
So, CSA's pushed up. They're starting to get shots. They have some guys running out to get their flag. Meanwhile, up top, 2 Corps is dying as they charge them TKO. Well, rip that officer. He just got blown to bits. So, that'll help the Union a little bit. Meanwhile, some CSA are getting a flag. I'm going to guess that's 6th New York or 88th New York. Well, 88th is here, so it's probably 6th New York. 88th New York just got shot up. Rip. We got... Yeah, it's 6th New York. Look at that.
Alright, gents, down this line here. You see that smoke just against the fence line? And just right of it, there's a flag. Down this line, okay? Aim down either of those 2 lines. By company, aim. Nice and low, nice and low. Nice and low now, steady. Fire! No, oh, take it smooth, eat shit, let's go, loads in, here we go.
So, Union's still trying to play a little aggressive here. Tickets are fairly even, so this is looking better and better for CSA. I don't think this is one of those maps where Union has much of a chance if each side hit their last stage at the same time. Unless, like, all CSA flags are down on point, but that rarely ever happens. I don't know if that's ever happened.
In the east. Cover as you can. Use it cover as you can. Watch right.
Hey, LFO, we don't have to play aggressive. NYV also, we don't have to play aggressive. Stop standing
It's a fair point. CSA is slightly down on tickets, so Union's starting to maybe get a little lead here. Again, CSA's got 19.5 minutes, essentially, to shoot the Union down a little bit. So CSA can play this a little conservative. Union is in pretty dang good spots as the spots they decide to push up on. They're very good spots up here. And CSA is starting to shift back to areas where they have a little more cover. But actually, CSA is getting very close to final push. And Union's barely budging.
Check. I like this.
But I don't know what changed the past couple of minutes. Maybe it's just CSA sitting up in the road instead of in the cover. I mean, that would make the most sense. CSA already is going to have... Alright, Union's playing the end of this. For the past couple of minutes, Union's been playing this very, very well. Union following up a little further up top. I don't know where that artillery shot was that just went off a moment ago, but... So this will be a close ending. It's still probably in CSA's favor, even though Union's slightly up. Again, Union needs like at least a third of a morale stage for it to kind of be close. I mean, CSA is going to have like 3-ish minutes, I think, at final push. I don't know the exact time, but NYV trying to go in for a flank. At least 6 New York is. Yeah, it's just 6 New York. They tried going in with the element of surprise, but Union saw him right away, and NYV, 6 New York, pretty much got shot up there. So, CSA, final push, 3 minutes. Well, Mississippi is going to go in to try to hit these guys as they're kind of recovering from that charge. CSA tickets don't matter, but that timer dropped, so that's all that matters. CSA's got to keep their flags alive. Union still can respawn. They're not in last stand. Actually, I'm blocking their morale stage. You don't know if Union's in breaking last stand. You may never know. But looks like Union barely hold on. They will eventually get ran over, though. And I think 20th Georgia and 2nd U.S. Cav, this is a very risky charge. You're going to put yourself in the last stand. You maybe could sit back. Maybe they're trying to protect their flag, but once you're in last stand, that flag don't matter. They just killed that flag, I think. I don't know. Maybe actually they didn't. I don't know if they did. It didn't look like it. Maybe. Hey, as they hit last stand, 2 minutes. It's a lot of time for CSA to shoot through and break through these tickets and men. Which, as long as CSA keeps their flags up, they have plenty of time to kind of do that. CSA starting to move on point as well. LFL and 13th Georgia here doing exactly that. And the last of the Union are going to charge it on point. Union just needs more bodies on point when the clock hits 0, and they will win the game. Here come the rest of the Union moving out of main spawn. Artillery for CSA overshot that large group. Barely. Going back in Union's favor. CSA need to protect the flags, which they're getting. They've lost 1. Point is teetering. Going back in Union's favor. 45 seconds. And ooh, this is close. I mean, CSA's taking it right now. Union's got to get the flags.
Come here, boys. Texas 2-step.
30 seconds. Ah, it's over. Man. That's the thing. Like, I almost wonder if 20th Georgia and I forgot the other group that was pushing up there, 2nd U.S. Cav, like, they pushed up and that hit Union in the last stand. Now, I don't know if that would have necessarily mattered, but with that all being said, good job to CSA. They played that round pretty much as you should. A little risky there, a little tight there at the end. Like, I mean, seriously, like, Union, if they were up by a 4th of a morale stage, they probably would have won this game at the end. But, you know, yeah, this map is very close in terms of tickets and everything because CSA caps, assuming they bring Union tickets down more than what they're down. The tickets will basically be close for the whole time. So, you can kind of expect that. Anyways, good job, CSA. With that all being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel more, we have a Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord, merch, X, Instagram, TikTok, and more. Those links are in the description as well. Anyways, I appreciate you all being here. I hope you enjoyed. And with that being said, we will see you in the next one. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night.